implements a brand 59 acquire. CD on the other.
So we all know Kevin Magnussen, F1 driver, sports car driver. He's had some
Why is that all the way down there? That's a question.
Okay, they only gave me 23 seconds to sell this, so let's go. A hunter with a mysterious past and her very heroic friends are all that stands in the way of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate their village. Phew. Will they be ready? Join the adventure and find out. Oh wait, I forgot to mention...
But I promise you, the racing is fully serious. These are your driver lineups as of right now. It is Moksha and Race Chase in the Red Bulls, Herman and Tark and Gino in the Mercedes outfit, and in the Ferrari camp we have Trugster and Pleasant Stake, Fellow Sun and Energetic occupy the McLarens, Kavachka and Daryl occupy the Aston Martins, Toby and Danger David occupy the Alpines, Andy Andre and Skid Solar occupy the Williams, Rush Siri and Kwan occupy the V-Carbs, Everall and the administrator of the league, Quincy, occupy the Quick Saubers, Enzo and Jolly Boy John are the last ones to occupy the Haas team. But in terms of your standings, how does that translate? Well, Herman didn't get the best of results last time out in Brazil. He is now only leading by 11 points, so there's a lot to go through for him in order to secure the championship if we get to that point towards the end of the season. Andy Andre occupies third place, your current world champion as of right now, but has had a really torrid start, has not had his best, doesn't yet have a win to his name. Will that change this week? Fellow Son, and while not starting in Italy, got a podium and a win in Mexico and Cota to bring him right into contention, and has so far done 3 out of 4 races in the top 5. He's doing very well for himself. He's 4th. Pleasant Snake as well. Consistently 4th out of 3 and 4 races. Only finishing 9th in Mexico. He is 5th with 52 points. Then, outside the top 5, it's Moksha, Trugster, Daryl, Energetic, and Rush the Siri. Rounding out your top 10 drivers. And outside of that, it is Kavachka, Race Chase, Evor, Enzo. or it was somebody across the line there, but I couldn't quite tell who that was. That was actually Daryl, so I do apologise there. Daryl completes a 132.945 and up to 5th position as of right now. And I think he's just starting to fly, but then Rush the Siri! Rush the Siri is one we haven't had much of a conversation about because he was a contender last season but hasn't quite found his form in the first 4 rounds. And has he finally found something here? If you cast your minds back to when we last raced here in Season 2, he did actually take pole position. It was a 141.821 under a wet conditions, so that's why the times went a bit faster. It was in the end the fastest. In terms of data, in actual fact, he's taking it slow, and I wonder if qualifying on those hards will come back to bite him. At the moment, Kovachka and Tarkangino are on the bubble to be knocked out. They need to find an improvement sooner rather than later. Both are on 1 lap old soft tyres, and it looks like Kovachka has had a mistake on this lap, or is just cooling down his tyres to go again. Let's have a look at Tarkangino as well. He comes across the line while having a personal best improvement. No positional improvement, so it looks like this could stay the way it is as of right now. But we'll also have a look. Skid Solo on an outlap as well. I do believe Herman needs to find something sooner rather than later because he does not have a lot of the session left. He's got just under 6.5 minutes to go in qualifying 1. And just really needs, well, I don't know why he's gone on the hard tyres. I thought he would go on the mediums like everybody else. But evidently feels it's more beneficial to use the hards, and look at that, 136.315 as a first lap. Maybe that was a cool down lap, and maybe we have still got the best to come as Herman now starts his second flying lap we'll keep an eye on him as the session goes through. But now Skid Solo will be one to keep an eye out as Rush the Siri retires from the session, so he feels he doesn't need to improve any further. He's in third and is looking safe. He is nearly 2 seconds away from the drop zone. Don't blame him really. May as well save your tyres while you've got them. And then he will go again into qualifying 2. And look at that smoke being produced from the lockup there. Both fronts there having a bit of a moment going into turn 6, now through turn 7. Looking all stable through here. Let's just go on board with the Williams driver, teammate to Andy Andre this month. Also remember that anything could skew the constructors as well. The top 6 are only separated by 31 points, which is consisting of Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Alpine, and of course on board with the Williams, along with Red Bull as well. As wow, Skid Solo having a massive moment there into turn number 11 there, through turn 12. He did not get the optimal line there, so it really needs to work on his brakes, it would seem. Look at Herman the German though, as we'll just cut to him very briefly. Very much on the edge. We haven't seen his improvements. I don't think the hard tyres were the right call at all. Is he going to bring it into the pits? No, and he's running out of time as well, but this might be a good lap from him. No, it is not. It's only good enough for 15th, so he is right on the edge of the drop zone. I don't think this strategy has worked out, because he only either Quan or Kovachka or Skid Solo need to find is a 1:33.4 or lower, and then Herman's out, and he doesn't have a lot of time left at all. Herman, my guy, you need a softer compound, and sooner rather than later. Fellow Son also adheres to this call, but he's on the mediums, and he was improving there in sector 2, so he looks to have slowed it right down, though, coming into turn 14 there, now through 15. I don't know, that looked pretty slow. This looks very slow from the Hungarian driver. Yeah, it is, so he's not actually going full tilt, so he's going to actually save it for this lap. 3.5 minutes to go. Fellow Son on the mediums, Herman the German on the hards, and these are the 2 drivers we are keeping an eye on. If any of these drivers are knocked out in the next 3.5 minutes, that will be a huge upset and a big advantage for the championship. Fellow Son onto the gravel on the exit of turn number 3 there. Hello, Alteta. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your league career as of right now. But let's have a look. Herman the German down 1.5 seconds. This is it. He needs to come into the pits. He does. He knows he's not safe, and he's not got a lot of time. Look at how desperate he is. Coming into the pit lane. Looked like a chore. And now Kovachka, I thought was about to start a flying lap, but that's actually his teammate Daryl in 9th. Daryl is safe. I don't understand why he's going on another lap. He's on the soft compound of tyres, and we'll keep an eye on him. But now we have a caution in sector 1 thanks to slow-moving traffic. Fellow Son not involved in that, but his teammate Energetic is. I'm not sure as to why. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are very close to the drop zone, so that's probably why. I actually don't blame him now in hindsight. But Energetic on 4-lap old softs, those are gone. In the nicest way possible, Energetic. Those softs are gone. They are not going to take you any further. And now we need to keep an eye on Herman the German, who's still in the garage as of right now. 2 minutes to go. He's only really got 30 seconds in reality to set another lap. There we go. We see movement in the garage, but I don't think it's for the Mercedes. It is. Sorry. Yes, it is. I do apologise there. Herman the German has now left his pit garage. You can see the camera focusing on him right now, but we need to cut to Fellow Son, who's in the pits. Fellow Son out of time, so he won't be able to improve, and he'll have to hope that that's good enough. Kovachka is also on a flyer, as well as Quan. Fellow Son retires from the session. That is brave stuff.
I've got to concentrate, sorry.
From the McLaren driver. He isn't necessarily safe, and Herman is out on soft tyres as well. So not only that, we are seeing a lot of drivers make a last grasp move as Daryl is next across the line. 1:32.0. out Quincy. He's just going through the long right-hander of turn 13, and it is Herman right behind him, but we've got Quan completing a lap. He will not go any further. He is out. So now, Tarkagino, can he get himself safe? He's up to 13th. It could be fellow Son we say goodbye to, and that is in the hands of Herman the German. Nobody else. So fellow Son, say your prayers, because Herman the German is approaching the last few corners of Shanghai, and he could be safe. He's left it late, but boy does he make it great. And now through turn 16, Herman the German, your championship leader, comes towards the line for the fastest lap of the race, and we say goodbye to fellow Son. He is one of your three drivers knocked out of the session with a 1:32. Herman the German batters the entire field. What a lap from the Mercedes driver, and that is why Herman wins championships. That was an incredible lap, and boy, the fields are thinking, how will I beat that? 1:32.2 was Herman the German's time to go fastest in qualifying one. But the three drivers we say goodbye to are fellow Son, Quan, and Skid Solo. Fellow Son will have to start from 16th position, and that is an upset for sure. Both McLarens on the edge of being knocked out, and fellow Son was the one that had to be pipped. But now, qualifying 2, we have a 15-minute session as we say hello to Trent Booty, and fellow Son saying, oh, I messed up big time. Yes, you did, my fella. Mediums aren't safe. Not always. Even Herman learnt that, and he was on the hards for a good portion of that session. 13 minutes of that session was spent on the hards. But now we will go to qualifying 2, and I do not imagine we will see that tyre difference translate from qualifying 1. The only reason drivers would actually do that and just go on, like, let's say the hard tyre or the medium tyre, is to literally save a set for the actual race, which will come. Now, of course, if you are new to proceedings here in Ssrl, we are having our first out of 2 full qualifying sessions, which is a knockout session you would see in the real-life Formula 1, as I do believe Daryl has followed suit and is the first to be out, as he always is. Daryl following tradition and... a good lap from him. Let's see what it is. It's a 1:32.0, so it's a 10th improvement. Pips Andy of 3rd position as of right now. Not that positions matter. You just need to be inside that top 10, and then you're pretty much good to go. Now, Herman the German next across the line. That's a 1:32.0. That's 1:32.345. I do apologise. 345. That's a nice combination of numbers. And now, Pleasant Snake will be, who's currently on an outlap, but Herman the German, just to kind of go back to him for just a second, 1.1 seconds off, nearly. So over a second to find, and maybe needs to go out on another lap as race change. Pleasant Snake now starts his flying lap, so we'll keep an eye on the Ferrari driver. Ferraris are currently trying to chase Mercedes for the constructors' lead, so I'll just check the standings in just a moment for you. But the two Ferraris have been working together. They haven't been decent results. They've been getting decent results. Snake found his way up from 6th to 4th last week, and Truckster, who sadly got -3 due to his tyre life just dying out on him, found himself from 4th to 7th place, but still a good haul of points for the Ferrari camp. And the Ferraris find themselves in 3rd position, only 8 points behind the Mercedes, which of course consists of Herman and his other teammate, Tarkin Gino. Can Tarkin Gino pull a bit of weight this week and try and give Mercedes an affirming lead? The McLarens seem to be struggling around here, so Ferrari could at least find themselves in 2nd place after the evening has proceeded. And now Pleasant Snake on this long straightaway separating 13 and 14. It is a magnificent spectacle to see these cars go down this very long street, approaching speeds of up to 210 miles per hour. And now then they have this heavy braking zone and through turns 14 and 15, then this medium speed left-hander turn 16, and now onto the exit. It's going to be Pleasant Snake across the line in a 1:31.753, so the Ferraris lock out the front row of the grid, but it's only qualifying 2. They'll just be happy to be in the top 2, so I don't think they'll need to go again. But Energetic 6 at the moment is the next to start his fly, but I do believe we also have a couple of cars, namely the Haas department, out on some flyers themselves. Of course, Trent Booty will be happy with this. So far, he's seeing his home team, which is the Haas team, although not based in the Washington State. They're more based in Texas, I believe, if I remember correctly. Or they might not be. I don't know for sure. If somebody can go and check up on that for me, that would be very much appreciated. But Jolly Boy John now up into 11th and gets that corner a little bit wrong. He might have Tokyo drifted that a little bit, but we'll soon see. Out of this group of cars he's surrounded by, he'll be the first across the line. And now we're going to see his lap completed, and that's a jump of up to 8th place. Now Gibran will be next. One of the Alpine drivers on an outlap behind him, that was Danger David, is now starting his fire, so we'll cut to him in just a second, but we'll just see Gibran see this lap out, and that's going to be a 1:32.440. No positional improvement though, so he is definitely on the bubble to be knocked out. Pleasant Snake still at the moment on his in lap, as we actually also have another driver in Tarkin Gino on well, I thought was a flyer, but he is down by quite a lot of time, so evidently has made a mistake, and in actual fact missing his front right end plate, and has had a spin there in turn 14 even. So that means he will be in a lot of trouble, because now he has to go in to the pits, repair his front wing, and then we'll lose time in the session. So Tarkin Gino is going to be cutting this very close indeed. At the moment, we have seen Danger David get relegated to 8th position just due to times coming down as the track has progressed. And Truckster saying he'll be watching as he... well, I wonder why he will be watching. Gee, can't see any reason there. You're just lazy. But at the moment, I think we might be saying goodbye to Tarkin Gino as Trent... well, no, sorry. That is Ssrl confirming that they are based in North Carolina. So thank you very much, Ssrl, and hello to you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good night, and I hope you enjoy the proceedings of SSRL here at the Shanghai International Circuit. We are on board with championship contender Danger David. He's just completed his lap now, and that will be safe. That is third place with a 1:31.855. He will be safe to go through. An energetic 6 as well. Didn't quite catch his lap, but he is up into 5th position with a 1:31.961, so he is safe for the time being. Kovachka, though, is a bit of a different story. 1:33.980 hasn't really shown electric pace in this qualifying session. Watching my fellow sons come back. Oh boy, the banter is very strong here in SSRL. Tabran has also started a flying lap. Andy RJ is on an out lap himself. He's not safe in all things considered. One there. That could have been game, set, and match, but the McLaren again, also by the skin of his teeth. Energetic 6 has been close to being dropped in both sessions, but still makes it through, as does Rush the Ssrl himself. But the drivers we are saying goodbye to are Jolly Boy John, Ssrl, Kovachka, Tarkin Gino, and despite his best efforts, Ssrl Quincy, who will qualify 15th, and well, he will have a fellow son for company on his grid spots. You need high wings here, says Trugster. If he says that, hey, he's up in second place and only nearly 1.5 tenths off pole position, so that should actually be good enough. Rusty as hell, says Quincy. Now, of course, one element, well, I'll actually come back to this when we get closer to the start of the race, but right now we will just now have official confirmation. The drivers that are knocked out are Jolly Boy John, Ssrl, Kovachka, Tarkin Gino, and Ssrl Quincy. Jolly Boy John knocked out by a couple of attempts there, but Rush the Ssrl, of course, deciding not to go on a final lap, probably to save tyres. But Andy Andre takes the fastest time of 1:31.135, the fastest of the qualifying session so far. And now, while we don't have to worry about any drivers being knocked out now, we can just worry about who will go fastest. So 1 to 10th will be decided in the next 12 minutes. Of course, we have an extended qualifying session, as we've done all 3 sessions like a real-life F1 weekend would do. And, of course, we will be repeating this format again once we come to the end of the season in our final race. And, boy, does that love to throw up some surprises as well. Daryl, who's been the first out in all 3 sessions, will he go ahead and do the same here? He is currently down in 10th place, but with no time on the board, so that won't be final. But what about the Ferraris? They've been looking very pacey, and Danger David as well. He would love a good qualifying, and his race pace has been impeccable. He would love a top 5 start. Of course, last time out, he qualified in 3rd place, and boy, he would love to repeat that. As now we are starting to see movement in the garage, and in actual fact, it's one of the Ferraris. It's Trugster who's first out. Daryl won't be happy. His first out streak comes to an end in qualifying 3. So Daryl now is the 3rd out at the very least, so is still in the top 3, and Energetic also followed suit as well. The only McLaren to go through to all 3 sessions. He'll be a bit annoyed that his teammate, fellow son, played the qualifying all sorts of wrong, and now well, he's flying the flag for McLaren in these 3 sessions as of, well, as of tonight. Let's see if he can do the same going into the race, or will fellow son find a way through the field. But at the moment right now, Trugster will be the first to set a flyer, unless if Energetic 6 wants the track space and gets ahead of him. We'll see how that all works out. But at the moment, a flurry of cars out on the track. Well, in fact, 7 out of 10 cars. Moksha, Rush the Ssrl, and Snake deciding to stay in the pit lane and will wait probably for the first wave to complete their flying laps, as Quincy is actually encouraging fellow son to go for a fight. There, of course, they'll be starting alongside each other, 15th and 16th, as Trugster. Sorry, Daryl Gaming saying that his wings are maxed out. Goodness me. That is a very high downforce setting. You have no straight line speed at all, do you, Daryl? But anyway, it served him well so far, if that's what he's talking about. But we're going to see the Ferrari of Trugster next on to a flying lap. One of the Red Bulls has also made their way out. So now we have 8 out of 10 cars on the track. It is only Pleasant Snake and Rush the Ssrl in the pit lane as of right now. So maybe the Red Bull, I think that is of either race... No, it's Moksha who's come out, as Andy Andre also starts his flyer as well. And then Herman the German actually not too far behind him. So Herman the German going early as of right now. But Trugster is one we are on board with. A 1:31.2 in the previous session. So he could be on his sights for pole position. And this would cause a further mix-up in the Constructors' Championship. Remember, going into this, the Constructors were only separated from 1st to 6th by... Oh, as we see a McLaren going all wrong there. That was Energetic 6. Definitely made... Well, did he make contact with the wall there? I don't see any visible damage. There might just be a bit of talent damage. And in fact, I do see that the floor on the sides there looking a bit worse for wear. So maybe there was a bit of contact with the floor there. But otherwise, lucky to get away with that. And Ssrl Energetic will have to come in again. He can get that car repaired. He has ample time. But in terms of a first flying lap, he will have to write that off for the time being. Now, Truckster will be the first to come across the line and complete a flyer. It is going to be a 131.421. Nice banker there from the Ferrari driver. As now one of the Aston Martins will be next across the line. That's going to be Darrell there. Had to make his way through traffic, so this might not be a representative lap. It's a 131.9, a bit slower there from the Aston Martin driver. Go to Andy RJ, just coming through the final corner of 16. That might have been an invalidation, but it wasn't. Game didn't pick up on it. That was a 131.706. German was straight into the pits, actually. He invalidated his lap there. We haven't seen that happen too often. As now Danger David is next across the line. That's 132.0. So he's not quite finding the pace in the last qualifying session. Race Trace next across the line from 8th to where? Top third position at 131.707, 1,000th of a second, separating second and third there. So that could be one to watch over the session. Moksha is the next to set a lap time as Pleasant Slake just starts his fire as of right now. He's approaching turn 1, and I believe that's with Rush the Series as well. So the first wave has been completed, and that's what these two were waiting for, but neither one has given ample space. So I do think maybe Rush the Series will have to back out of that. But at the moment, we'll keep an eye on Moksha as of right now, because he's just approaching the second DRS zone on the track on this long stretch, which feels like it's never ending. But then here you go, turn 14 comes at you quicker than you might think. Bit of a look up there into the corner, but it didn't affect his entrance too much. And now a yellow flag in sector 3 for a slow moving vehicle. That'll be the Williams of Andy RJ there, but nothing to report in reality. And that is going to be a time of 132.6, and that is put him up into 6th position. So next across the line, I believe, will be Pleasant Snake and then Rush the Series. Doesn't look like these two have got in each other's way all that much. And it looks like they were just about enough to keep out of each other's way. But I think Rush the Series will be benefiting from a slipstream effect here, which you can't really blame him for. He might have played this one beautifully. We'll see Pleasant Snake first cross the line, and then not too long after, we'll see the time from Rush the Series here. So through turn 16, we'll see what the time comes out to. 130, 131, that's a 131.5, and Rush the Series with a 131.2. Great lap, and I think that was helped by the fact that he had slipstream from the Ferrari driver in front. What a lap from from the VCARB driver. Beautifully played. That was amazing. An Energetic 6, who of course we saw spin round on his first flying lap, has now gone on his out lap. Moksha as well is on an in lap as of right now. Race Chase is currently on a flyer himself. He's just gone through sector 1 right now, so we'll keep an eye on him. I believe Pleasant Snake is down the road there, but of course we just saw him complete his lap. So at the moment, we've got a VCARB, Ferrari top 3, but I don't imagine it will stay this way. Herman the German's still in the pits and yet to set a time, so he's waiting for Track Evolution to come to his side. As now the McLaren of Energetic 6 makes his way past the slow-moving VCARB and the Ferrari, but of course, Energetic just on an outlap as of right now as the Ferrari of Pleasant State getting out of the way for the fast race Red Bull of Race Chase here, and they will both see the Red Bull in their mirrors. The VCARB, oh, don't want to get in the way of the sister team there, buddy. And well, he actually has to overtake the McLaren to get out of the way, and there you go, all said and done without impeding Race Chase. History loves to repeat itself here at Ssrl. Of course, last week, well, we had Mr. Wouter here, that's the only difference, but it doesn't seem like we're... Oh, no, Race Chase abandons the lap, goes wide, nearly does a Lewis Hamilton in 2007, but comes into the pits. And he's just got under 4 minutes to go, as now Energetic will be the next to start a flying lap. One of 2 drivers that hasn't set a flyer so far. Herman the German still in the pits as of right now. And is he leaving this one a bit late? He has several bankers from previous sessions, but how is the track in this session? Is it on a different evolution cycle? Is it now fully evolved? Is it now in that optimal grip limit as Truckster behind the McLaren has started his outlap as well? So he'll be one of the first to complete a lap. No movement in the pits as of right now from anybody. We're seeing now an Alpine, and that will be of... No, it's not an Alpine, that's a Rush. Who is that? I'm not quite sure who that is, just going through so well. That's Andy Andre. I do apologise there. That is my bad entirely. But at the moment, we need to keep an eye on Energetic 6. Yet to set a time, but Andy Andre is in contention for pole. Set at 1:31.1 in qualifying 2, and it's been the fastest time as of right now. Darren now comes across the line. There is movement in the pit lane. One of the drivers on an outlap. It's one of the Red Bulls. It's Moksha. As of right now, and Race Chaser's teammate following on behind him as of right now. So both Red Bulls now out on the circuit. Herman still with no movement, and Energetic 6 is about to complete a lap here. And it's looking okay so far. We'll see where this ends him up in just a corner's time. I don't think this is going to be a quick lap, you know. I think this will be 10 minutes on 1:34.0, and those are fresh soft tyres as well. So not the most impressive lap from the Dutch driver. And Herman's still in the pits with 2 minutes to go. Still no movement from him there. We'll keep an eye on that as Truxton now does start his flying lap. As we have a caution in sector 1. For any odd reason, the V-car was involved there. Yeah, I think it was just a slow moving V-car as of right now. Herman the German making his way through the pit lane. Has only got Andy Andre to worry about, and he's actually just coming across the start finish line now. There was a bit of a slow time from the Romanian driver, 6 seconds off the pace, so he will go again on 1 lap older soft tyres, as Herman will have seen that but doesn't get out of the way as he's currently going through turns 3 and 4 as we speak, so it's not too far ahead of this Williams, but we are about to see some changes as Darrell proves his way up into 3rd place there, 1:31.580. That will be the last we see of the Aston Martin in this qualifying session. Truxster is starting to complete his lap as well, as is Energetic 6. I imagine he's got more in the tank as of right now. He's just approaching turn 13, so he might have just been doing a bit of a reconnaissance lap more than anything, and now he's going to go aggressive. So as of right now, through turn 16, Energetic 6 final flyer. What is it going to be? It is going to be a 1:31.676. That promotes him up into 5th place, and that was a good lap from the McLaren driver. But now Truxter is up next, and it's pole position at 1:31.0. So you now are looking at a 1:30 to beat. Pleasant Snake is on an outlap as well. Rush the series not too far behind, but we also need to see Herman get across the line. 25 seconds. He will have just enough time, but Andy Andre also in this traffic. He is 600ths down on his time as of right now. And through turn 16, he comes through. This will be the last we see of the current world champion. It's not going to be enough. It's a personal best improvement up to 3rd, but that will be about it as that Rush the series. Wow, it's going to hang tight to this Ferrari. The session now concludes, and Herman the German did just get across the line in time to start his flying lap. But at the moment, well, Andy Andre is not getting out of the way as well in dramatic fashion. Pleasant Snake and Rush the series line astern together, and of course he'll be benefiting as Moksha now completes the time. He goes up into 8th place. Danger David also just going around this left-hand sweeper. He is just behind these 2 drivers, but Race Chase will be next across the line. It's a 1:31.3. He's up into 3rd. The Red Bull finds the top 3. Race Chase now up into 3rd. Great qualifying from the Red Bull here. Truxter as well is on an in-lap, so it doesn't matter what he does. And Energetic 6 is in the same position now in 7th. So we go to the Ferrari of Pleasant Snake, who has got the V-Con and Danger David behind him company, but I think the V-Con of Rush the series has abandoned his lap. He certainly has, with 700ths down there, so I think he's just abandoned the chase for the time being. But now Pleasant Snake is going to be across the line any moment now. What is the lap time going to be? It is going to be a 1:32. 131.2 even, I apologise. That's actually pushed the series. But updates David up into 5th, 131.4. And now we have Herman the German in the background sliding across turn 16. 7th place. Oh my word, but there was nothing in it at all. Half a second separating 1st to 7th. That was incredible. And a 130.9 was on the card, says Darryl. Was 8 tenths up, best also 3 tenths up. So annoyed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Darryl, but that's still 8th place. But Herman the German will be bitterly disappointed. He will have to find inspiration from last week and try and find the positions in the race. Of course, remember, he qualified 8th last week in Interlagos and still found his way through the field to finish third. So this is not unfamiliar territory for your championship leader, but David out-qualifying him will come as a relief, and the Ferraris as well out-qualifying both McLarens will be of great relief as well. But the Red Bull as well, the pace here looks good as well. But let's go through your final results for the top 10. It is Truckster on pole position, an impressive lap. Rush the Series in 2nd place, Pleasant Snake 3rd, Race Chase in 4th, Danger David 5th, DeAndre in 6th, Herman the German 7th, Darryl in 8th, Energetic 6th, 9th, and Moksha rounding out the top 10 in the Red Bull. So Energetic, only one flying the flag, but again on the edge of the session, which has been a very familiar sight from him. But either way, he's the one who makes it through all 3 sessions. So, as of right now, we are going to go for a quick break. Quincy did say no rain expected, but we will have a few minutes. So we have a 20:30 start, 6 minutes to go. So we will be right back. I, of course, will pop on the synth wave for you. And then we'll take it from there. So everybody, don't go anywhere. You've got one hell of a race coming up. And I promise you, it'll be an exciting one. Don't go anywhere.
shit. How easy is it to lose DRS, man? It's so annoying. Oh! Shot. Don't crash into the back of the fucking leaders, you idiot. Ah, trucks is fucking disconnected.
Okay, the safety car is out. Safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Right, the safety car's Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
That's so gay, man.
Okay, let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember, we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car.
tyres aren't getting warm no matter what I do, man.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
That's a penalty for me. shit.
Search EE Game Store.
Oh, what cheapers. Come back, baby. His fellow son will take that win. I promise you that. Danger David forced off the track, and despite the damage, he will come home third. So that's a bit of damage reduction, and he'll be thanking Andy for that. But I do believe that win will be stripped. So don't take that as gospel. Oh, dearie me. Andy throws away what would have been his first win in SSRL this season. And it's going to go on to another week. But already at the halfway point, tempers flare up. But fellow son will go from P16 to P1. We will, of course, have interviews coming up right now. So, let's see. Who's going to be brave enough? So we'll obviously have fellow son in. We'll have Andy in. We'll have fellow in, and we will also have fellow Pleasant Steak in. There we go. Figured it out eventually as the champagne
Champagne
spoils the Williams, but they will not keep that victory. I promise you that. That was definitely a hyper-aggressive from Andy Andre, and I would dare say that Danger David even rejoined unsafely there, if you look back at that. So there you go, the unofficial results as Andy Andre takes the win, fellow son in second, Pleasant Steak third, Danger David fourth, Harman the German fifth, Rush the Syrian sixth, Energetic sixth in seventh, SSRL Quincy 8th, but that's still a good result for him regardless. To Brand 9th, Race Chase 10th, Daryl in 11th, 12th is Kavachka, Skid Solo 13th, Quan 14th, 15th is Tarkangino, and your only non-finishers are Moksha, Jolly Boy John, and Trugster. Retfest forecast treating me like 10-pin bowling ball. Oh, goodness me. But anyway, we do have, Pleasant Steak here. I need to remember where he finished on track because a lot happened in a short space of time. I think Pleasant Steak was third, if I remember correctly. So we'll just wait for everybody to come in.